Hey, welcome back to GamerNode. I'm Eddie Inzauto, and today I'm looking at a light dungeon crawl with a lot of dice chucking, but not in the way that you're used to. This is Masmorra from CMON and Spaghetti Western Games, and like I said, it's a lighter version of a dungeon crawl where players are competitively, semi-cooperatively, or fully cooperatively delving through a dungeon, revealing tiles as they go, and using a sort of Yahtzee-style mechanic to roll a set of dice and collect particular symbols to perform different actions like moving, attacking, or using special abilities and magical spells. And it's surprising that for something so light and easy, there's a lot of thought here in these dice because you're trying to figure out how to use them just right to get exactly what you want. Now, I really dig this game, and I'll show you on the table exactly why. Okay, so that's Masmorra, and I got a little bit into what makes this game kind of cool in the intro, but I'll go into it a little bit more now. So the way that players carry out actions here is all the same for every player, despite what character they are using or what abilities they have. But it's what comes out on these dice with 6 different faces with different symbols that do different things. And how they set those dice into particular locations, either on their player board, on their ability cards, on the dungeon tiles themselves, to do their different actions and puzzle out how they're gonna get through this particular round as they're rolling. And there's the element of anticipation, because a lot of times your turn consists of a move action, and a move action reveals things that are unknown at the start of your turn, but your dice are rolled at the start of your turn. So you kind of have to use that to anticipate what could happen. Like maybe I'll save some dice for this particular thing. I know I'm going to need this many dice for this combat that's coming up. Oh, I don't want to reveal that tile because if the next one that comes up is a trap, I'm going to be hurt and it's going to potentially kill me. So there's a lot of thought that goes into it, despite it being, billed as and actually playing as a sort of lighter game. I really like it, and it's easy to pick up and play, and a lot of fun, especially when you're playing. Actually, when you're playing in either mode, if you're playing competitively, there's a lot of take that. Those treasure cards that come out, you can use them to help yourself or to hurt your opponents, and that's always just like a gotcha to your opponent. You're moving the enemies to actually attack your opponents, so you'll get into a situation where that one friend is just getting beat up on by everyone, and it's a riot around the table. Then you have the cooperative mode, which is a little bit nicer, but also very cool because it's a little bit grander. You're trying to work together to get to the bottom of this dungeon to defeat the big bad guy at the end. Now, of course, I would have loved full miniatures for the enemies instead of the dice. Maybe you roll the die to see what enemy it is, and then you place their miniature out. But, it's not a big deal in practice. What's really bad about it is the dice themselves. They're so small, the markings, so everyone's gonna have to like pick it up and look. I like the player aid cards. I think that was smart. It's an inexpensive way to provide the information necessary. Each enemy has its abilities listed on that player aid. But because you're rolling the die and trying to jump right into combat using the dice that you've already rolled for yourself for your actions, sometimes you forget that they have an ability. And I've played too many times where I went through and I was like, I got him, and then I realized, oh no, bow and arrows didn't affect this enemy. So wait, what do I have to do to actually win here? And then it kind of like ruins my turn because the information isn't right there when you produce the enemy on the board. I really like the different ranges of combat. I like the fact that you can use your special abilities to attack differently, that certain combinations of dice provide different combinations of symbols that you can use, and that as your characters grow, as you gain more experience and level up, you get those extra abilities, so you always feel like there's progression. And even more so, that progression is not just nominal, because as you obtain more abilities, you expand the number of options you have in terms of going from 6 measly dice and their symbols to potentially 8 or 10 if you're using them correctly to maximize what you've rolled. And there's a lot of thought there, and I really do enjoy that. It's a great game. I'm gonna say it's a 4 out of 5 from me on the gamer node scale. That's a commendable game, and it's definitely worth a look, especially since it's one of CMON's least expensive games. Plus, if you have Arcadia Quest, which, if you remember, we recommended, and you should have it, you can integrate the characters that come with Masmorra into Arcadia Quest. It comes with those little cards. So that's great. It's always fun to be able to use more and different characters with different abilities in Arcadia Quest or in any game. So once again, 4 out of 5 from me. That's Masmorra Dungeons of Arcadia from CMON. Definitely check it out. And definitely check us out. We have an Instagram at GamerNode, a Twitter account at GamerNode. We have our Facebook page. Like us there. And of course, right here on YouTube, you can like this video and subscribe to our channel and hit that little bell icon to make sure that you see everything that we bring out as it comes out. And of course, the Gamer Node Show podcast is on iTunes and Stitcher, so listen up for that. Until next time, I'm Eddie Inzauto. Thanks for watching, and have fun out there.